Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Always, and welcome back to Regrowth. In the last episode, we were working with witchery. We started making some really cool brews. We were trying to get more bats. And was there anything else we were doing? I don't remember if there was. But basically, we were trying to get some stuff done. And as you can see, I've got a little bit of a safety mechanism for my circles, just so that I can kind of hang up out here and summon specters and stuff in and not really have to worry about them. They'll be trapped in there and things will be good. So today, as you can see, I haven't made any more of the Demon Bane potions, which we have. We made a couple. We made one. Our brewing power is a little bit better now, but it's still not good enough. So yeah, I will make more Demon Bane potions later. But the main problem that I'm running into is, well, bats. We're not getting bats down here. It's a very small area, and we're just not getting enough bats. So let's take a look at another way to get bats. And in order to do this, we are going to need to look at our Thaumonomicon. By the way, between episodes, I went ahead and renamed this guy and repaired him, just because an Arthana with looting 3 is really good. So we have access to something that we should have probably done a long time ago. And it is in the Forbidden Magic. We have the Wrath Cage available to us. Now this thing is kind of amazing. But this is basically a way to make monster spawners, and it corresponds to whatever monster we want, and it requires some essentia to make said monsters. We'll get to that soon enough, but the first thing we need to do is we need to make the Diabolus Fork. And it's honestly not that bad. We need 8 Machina, Potentia, and Infernus. Alright, so let's see if we have all that stuff. That is Infernus, I do believe. I really should put Goggles of Revealing on here. So you know what, let's do that first. Let's make some goggles. How do I make Goggles of Revealing again? It is two of those guys, thermometers, which requires mana lenses. 1, 2, and gold and shards. Doesn't really matter. Then I think we're gonna need gold and leather. All right. So all in all, now not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will just come over here. Thumb meters, thermometers, whatever you want to call them, and there's the Goggles of Revealing. And then in order to put these onto our gear, we need to do an infusion, I believe. It says so in here in the witching gadgets. So actually it's not here, but it does say just like Fortress Armor, it can be outfitted with Goggles of Revealing. So we need to go back to Artifice, and we just need a slime ball. 16 Aurum, Tutman, and 32 Census. So I need to actually have armor that I can see things with. And go ahead and take this guy off. So we need 32 Census, I do believe. 16 armor. We have exactly 16 armor. And what was the other thing? Aurum. Which we have plenty of. So we need some senses and we need some more Tutman. I didn't realize this still had things in it. Okay, so let's grab our vials. And grab this stuff. Alright, so Beastia. Let's just kind of see what happens if we hit all of these guys. It's obviously going to get rid of our things, but okay, that's fine. So do we have any more Tutman here? We do. So we don't need any more Totemin. We just need Census, which, let's see. Easiest way to get Census is dyes are really good. Bone meal. We can get pretty much as much bone meal as we want, so bone meal will be a good thing. Let's just get half a stack. We'll burn that up. That'll take just a couple seconds. So then the other thing we're going to need is, let's see, Infernus, Machina, and Potentia. 8 of each. So Infernus is here. Yes, we have plenty of that. Machina we have plenty of, and Potentia we have plenty of. So we just need a Thaumium Sword, some Nether Quartz, and Redstone. So 1, 2, 3. Single piece of Redstone and a Thaumium Sword. So that is not too bad. Not at all. Alright. So this guy goes in the middle. And then this. And we'll just go around like so. Cool. And that will give us the Diabolus Fork. So let's get some more glass files for this, and we'll need a slime ball, which should not be a problem. And we'll get some more stuff going. So we'll get the goggles revealing added to our stuff. So I don't know why it does that weird thing, but it does. So this guy goes in the middle. Goggles and oops, slime ball. A little bit of a lag spike, and there we go. So that should not be a problem. And we have the Diabolus Fork now. So in order to use the Diabolus Fork, we need a couple things. First of all, we need a diamond, and we're going to need a blank imprinting crystal. So this is the thing that we get the basically the essence of whatever mob we want from. So we need Cognito and what is the other one? Potentia. So Cognito paper is the best by far. So we need 10 paper, and it sounds like it's done. Cool. So that should mean we should be able to wear this armor and not have any issues. We should still be able to see all the things, and we certainly can. Perfect. I like that. Even better. So let's see. We are going to need something to give us Potentia, 10 Potentia, and the closest thing we have to pure Potentia, the better. But looks like, I mean, unless we want to do redstone roots, which we could, but it's not really important. We need 5 redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll come over here, put that stuff in, and we have our blank imprinting crystal. Now I do want to get the thermometer just to scan this stuff, because it is new research basically. And what we need to do, I want to make sure, because this is not going to be that fun, but shouldn't be that bad either. Let's see, if we go into Forbidden Magic, we should see, is it in here? No, it's probably right here. So, along with being able to use to tune devices, makes a functional weapon, and if it is used to slay a compatible creature with a blank imprinting crystal in your inventory, you will get an imprinted crystal with that thing. So basically, what that means is, if you've ever played with, what was the mod called? It was the Vile Shards. It was the Tier 5 spawners. What is that mod called? Oh, it's the Soul Shards. There we go, Soul Shards. If you ever played with soul shards, it's very similar to that. So basically, if we kill a bat with this guy, we should get a bat imprinted crystal. That's the hope anyways. And then what we can do, we can basically use that to spawn in bats. So I think the best thing to do is let's go caving a little bit. We can also summon a bat. That might not be a bad idea. How difficult is it to do that? Spawn bat. Oh, that's really easy. Let's go ahead and do that. That's easier. We might even have a spawn bat egg. No. Alright, so we need an egg. We need, what, 2 cocoa beans? Feather, wool. All this stuff is pretty straightforward. Feather, cocoa beans, experience drops, and that's it. Then living rock and a wand of the forest. So make sure we have everything. Okay, so that should be everything we need. We should have plenty of mana to do this. It's not that expensive. And we should get a spawn bat in just a second. So, not entirely sure why that took so long to get started, but it's just taking its time. Anyways, we'll get this taken care of, and then the last thing we'll need is the Wrath Cage itself. This is a little bit more dangerous. We need Wrath Shards. And this is something don't have to worry about. We just need 4 of these. We need a thaumium block, so we'll need to make some thaumium, which is iron and magic. I wish I could remember the best way to do this. Netherwort isn't bad, but there's better ways. Arcane stone blocks are actually pretty good. So this is done. We get our spawn bat. Let's bring our friend somewhere where you can't escape. Just to make sure. And we need this guy. So we just spawn the bat in. And we now have a bat imprinted crystal. Now it says Voltalis, which, if you're not familiar, is flight. So we'll get to what that means relatively soon. So that is awesome. We have it. So all we need to do is get some thaumium, and we have a bunch of arcane stone blocks. Let's see, 32. We need 4 for each, so 16 will get us 4. Let's get 16. Arcane stone blocks, that would be a stack, right? It's 4 each. We'll just do this. So, there's a way to fix this, by the way. Do we have any more nooks? We have a glowstone cover. We have a saw. Let's just go ahead and make a bunch of glowstone nooks. And the way you do this is just you make this corner bigger, and then it can't actually go anywhere. Let's just break that one. There we go. So that should prevent any nastiness with our crucible. Ow. Other than hurting me. Because step assist, but let's see. Arcane stone blocks. Iron. Clear it out. Let it refill and boil. And just get rid of it. I believe it's already boiling and full, so I think we just do that. Cool. So there is a bunch of thaumium. We just need a block of it. 4 grath shards, 4 diamonds, and 3 warded shards. So diamonds, I believe we needed 4. Alright, so with that taken care of, we just need 32 wrath, which we have exactly. Alright, so we're going to want more of that. Wrath shards, gas tiers. Let's just use wrath shards because I have a good number of those. And the easiest way to get those is from the nether. That's the intended way. And they're pretty easy to get. It's just a matter of killing things. So let's see. There is thaumium block in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so it's going to be all but 1. So let's make this nice and easy to remember where things are going to be. Because there is 11 things. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Yep. Alright. So we have more wrath. Let's go ahead and grab all of these guys. And see, 1 era to go in there, and the other one to go in there. Vitreous goes over here, and one of these days I will have all this stuff kind of taken care of. So we just need magic, bestia, 32 each. Let's see, where are we with magic? We are empty. So we're going to need more magic, and bestia we should probably be enough, yeah. And then the last thing it needs is machina. And I have plenty of that. So, because I only need 16. So we just need some more magic. Best way to get magic is shards. Ender pearls are always good. Nether wart is good. Blaze rods are good. I think blaze rods might be the best. Just because we can easily make them with our essence. So let's just balance that and get like a stack. Because that'll be, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Luckily I can cancel that out with an empty hand. So we put the blaze rods in there. Let's get some more coal. And that will take a little bit of time, but once we get just a little bit, I'm going to say like 3, we should be good to go. So we're going to need some essentia tubes and another warded jar. Now I think taking these guys up as well will be good. We're going to need one of these for our wrath cage. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to put that underneath here. Because that makes the most sense. It's going to be easy. It's going to be a nice big area for them to spawn and do all their things. So it should be fine. Alright, so one more. There we go. And I'll just let that set. So 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Let's go ahead and hit that. And we're going to fly up here just so we can keep an eye on everything. In fact, this is a perfect vantage point. Alright, so once this is done, we'll have our wrath cage, and then we can start setting it up. And before we go on today's episode, I do want to show off some stuff that I think I understand how to do. We're gonna experiment a little bit with witchery and summoning all these, basically the necromancy of witchery. I forgot that word for a second. Alright, so there goes the magic. We still have Bestia and Machina, which there's the Bestia. And then the Machina should be pretty quick, seeing as we need half as much and then we'll start getting all of the guys taken care of. So none of this stuff is like super expensive. The wrath cage is actually pretty cheap. And to kind of explain what's going on is we have this blanking printing crystal. We had a blanking printing crystal. We imprinted it with this, basically the soul of a bat. And the idea is that we are going to be able to use, I believe it's one of 3 types of essentia to power the wrath cage. It is a powered machine, but it's a liquid, so you just pipe it in. And there is the wrath cage. Let's go ahead and scan it. And so I'm going to have to read a little bit about how this works, but I get the gist. So if we place this guy down, let's go ahead and just do something like this. Actually, let's put it right here. So there is basically a mob spawner. Now, I believe we just right-click with it. Let's see. Every creature spawned Wrath Cage requires a bit of essentia piped into its internal reserves. There we go. I was trying to say reservoirs, but it says reserves. The device will accept different types of essentia depending on the creature it is attuned to. Alternatively, piping Ira into the cage can serve as a fuel. It can also accept Decidia for some reason. So you have choices. You have Ira, Decidia, or whatever the creature desires. To attune a Wrath Cage to a specific creature, right-click with an imprinted crystal. Alright, so right-click, and we're going to keep it at Voltalis. I don't know how much it requires, but that's what we're going to keep it at. So we'll put that there. Put a pipe, and then we just give it Voltalis. So Voltalis is the reason why I was kind of happy at that is because Voltalis is really, really, really easy to get. It's flight, right? So if we take a look at this, it's pretty easy to get because it's feathers. Feathers are actually wonderful for it. So that's the idea. And I can get a ton of feathers. In fact, I have a ton of feathers. So let's get this magic. Let's go ahead and clean this up. And I'm just gonna dump things wherever I can. But we have some Voltalis, and I don't know how much it requires. And that's the only like real question I have. I'm gonna go ahead and put those in there. Let them start cooking up. And we have our Thana on us. My inventory is just a mess. So we put Voltalis in here. It pipes in there. And it spawns bats. And bats shouldn't really escape or anything. But this is going to be a great way to get bat wool. And I can always make it just a little bit of a room so they don't fly around so much. But yeah, this is going to be our source of bat's wool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think making a room might be good. I'll probably do that between episodes. I'm going to assume this acts like a normal mob spawner. Still has a bunch. Let's go ahead and I'll make a room later. Like I said, I will do that between episodes. So let's just kill a bunch of bats, get a bunch of wool, hopefully. And yeah, this is actually a lot faster, a lot easier. Come here. Oh my god, bats are so hard to hit. And we've already got 6 wool. So do we still have the imprinting crystal? We do not. I don't know if we'll get it back if we pick up the spawner, so I'm not going to. Getting another bat crystal would not be too difficult, but it's just not something I want to do, just because there's no reason to. No, don't fly up there. Bad bat. Which is part of the reason why I want to... Was there wool up top? So yeah, the bat wool is important for a couple of things, but mostly this is just going to be a good way to get Demon Bane potions that are gaseous and lingering. Alright, I'm just going to kill these guys with my sword, because it'll be easier in the long run if I can just hit them and kill them one shot. Oh my gosh, I hate bats. They fly around too quickly. Alright, so... I don't think it has enough Voltalis to spawn anymore, but that was a lot. Just on a couple of containers of Fatalis. And there is wool up here. Wow, there's a lot of wool up here. So from that we got 18 bat wool. That is amazing. That is actually awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw in the bat wool in here. 1, 2, 3. For making things later. Now let's put that away. Let's put that stuff away. And the next thing we're going to do, and this should be pretty straightforward, hopefully. Let's go ahead and clean up whatever we can of this. And magic and fire. And then those guys. Alright, so the next thing I want to work on is we need to work more with the spirits, the necromancy of witchery. And the thing about that is, well, we need to summon guys in. So if we get the spectral stones, we have a bunch of them. We have 2 spectral stones with... We have, let's see, 2 banshees on there. We have 1 banshee on here. We have 2 and 1. Well, I want to bind them all to a single spectral stone. So what I want to do is I want to see. I can't remember the circle magic for binding. Charges a tombstone. Binding. Binds spectral creatures to a scarecrow. No, it binds up to 3 spectral creatures onto the same type onto a spectral stone. So spectral stone, spectral dust, and bowline. So we need our bowline. We need some spectral dust. And this is the thing that I'm not sure. So what we were having issues with before is that we can't bind things onto something that is not blank. So if we hold this until there's a noise, we can bind them. And these guys are like ours. And we can put them all on 1. And that's what I was hoping. Let's do it till there's a noise. There's probably not room. Oh no. Okay, they're all there. So we throw that, and that in there. And these guys should be ours, but this should bind all 3. Perfect. And now we have a spectral stone with 3 specters. And I'm out of mana. That's a bummer. So no more flights. So that is exactly what I wanted. So that works. What we're going to need to do, so that's going to give me another spectral stone, which is really nice to have. Let's come over here and let's take off our greater band of mana and get some more mana in it. We'll just suck up all that mana. And I guess we'll suck up all this mana as well. So what that means for us is that we can we're going to need 5 total of all of the different things. So, of all the different spirits, I do believe, in order to get to death. Now, we're going to want bear traps, and this is something I think we're going to teach the system how to make, because it's going to be easier in the long run. But we'll get there soon enough. So, let's teach the system how to make. So, shears. So we need iron. We're going to teach it this. We're going to teach it that, and as soon as we put these guys in the molecular assembler, we need single shear, single weighted pressure plate, and then we should be able to teach it this. Perfect. So bear traps are going to be important later when we fight death. The reason being is because we can kind of cheese death completely. And that's what I want to do. So I wonder if it used the shears that had... Nope. They have to have durability. Alright, and then one other thing that we're going to want to make is earmuffs. This is something I should have made before, but I didn't realize it, and I think I got really lucky. So can we just make some earmuffs? Perfect. So we put the earmuffs on, and look really cool. No, so the earmuffs will prevent any kind of nastiness with sound. It also muffles out any sounds. Alright, well that's kind of cool. So banshees, if you're not familiar, are really notorious for, well, they like to kind of ruin your day by yelling. Their screams are dangerous. Their screams are actually deadly. Well, not if you're wearing earmuffs. And so we just hold this a little bit longer. Now these guys shouldn't scream it. They're screaming, but we're not going to take any damage. We're not going to die. We can throw all this stuff down. Smack that, and get all these guys into one spectral stone. And that's what I wanted. So we're going to need to summon two more specters and 2 more banshees. Now that's fine, because what we can do is we can actually get, potentially we can get the other guys we need. So I need to grab the other book, Conjuration and Fetishes, and we need to look at specters. So we need 2 more specters. So if we look at the spectral stones, we have 1 specter on there, 3 on there, 3 on there. So I need to summon 1 more specter in, and then we're going to need some more. We're going to need some other stuff. So let's grab all this stuff. For right now, let's put these guys in here. So 3 and 2, 3 and 2, 3 and 2. Alright, so what do we need for this? So wormwood, graveyard dust, and wool of bat, which is why we needed more wool. We're only going to summon 1. Graveyard dust is something with the spectral dust. So graveyard dust is like so. Do I really not have many Mutandis? Alright, well, Mutandis isn't too hard to get. We're going to go with the better recipe of egg, exhale, and mandrake. Let's get like 2 sets. There's that, and exhale, and I believe that's the order, correct? Yes. So that. Take it a second, and we'll get some, we'll get the stuff we need. So, alright. And I think we could just throw all that in again and get more. So we just need 1 of these, and then wormwood. Cool. So with that taken care of, we also need our flint and steel. We just do wormwood, wool of bat, and graveyard dust. Set it on fire. It'll take a little bit, but we'll get what we need. Now they can't do anything to us because of where we're at. We'll need to summon in the other specter and then throw this stuff on the ground and bind them. So I believe, and I'm like 95% sure that when we will be summoning death, we need to have one of... So there's the specter. Alright, cool. We'll need to have 5 of each of the different spirits. Bound to the same thing. So that. Smack it. And they should both disappear. And there we go. So we have 2 specters on there. Now, did anything else come out of that? No. Alright, cool. So we have all of the specters we could want. Now, banshees are... We need to summon 2 banshees. And then trap them. So banshees are wormwood, condensed fear, and graveyard dust. So we'll need 2 of those. Wormwood. And condensed fear. Which is this, which is brew of flowing spirits. So we're gonna have to go get more of that, I think. And with oil of vitriol, yeah, we're gonna need to go get more brew of flowing spirits. Which is not a big problem. It's just kind of annoying. How did I do it in this mod pack? It's been so long since I've been over there. But we'll do... let's go ahead and do it. So let's go ahead and get different armor on. Just something that I won't care if we lose. And we need to get a brew of sleeping. Let's see, there's that. Let's get a chest. Doesn't matter what kind. And we'll make sure, I think what I did was I have a, whatchamacallit. So the oil of vitriol, I don't really care too much. Earmuffs. Most of the stuff we're just gonna throw in here. Most important things are this stuff. I'm not making that primordial armor ever again. Don't care about the life. And anyways, it shouldn't matter. So somewhere we should have a place. So icy needles. And then we need to make another brew of flowing spirit. So we need fanciful thread, Spanish moss. Get out of my way. So Spanish moss. Let's get like 2 or 3. We're gonna want a bucket probably. Let's see, what else are we gonna need? Glintweed, water artichoke. Glintweed, we have 3 in here. We also need wool of bat. So good thing I made that wrath cage. 1, 2, 3. Mandrake roots. And then just the fanciful thread, which I believe is the wispy cotton, which we have 1 of. We need 4 for every 1. Isn't there a way to grow this? Usage turns into mana pearls? That's weird. Alright, so let's take a look. If I need to gather some of this, it's not that big of a deal. But let's go down to our witchery area, and I just want to look. Sorry for the car in the background. They're really loud. Alright, let's just take this 3. And what I'll do... because I'll need to come back, I think. We'll put that one there. I believe... because I don't have Dreamweaver. Let's just do that. And see if they ever spread. Alright, let's put all this stuff into our ender chest, and we'll take the brew of sleeping, see if this works or not. So oil vitriol, don't care. This stuff can go in here. And let's just take some apples for food. Alright, and I believe one of the... let's make sure we don't have a Dreamweaver. But I believe one of the best ways to get a good dream is with the Brew of Flowing Spirit, and... we do have a Dreamweaver. I believe that's the one we want. I believe the Dreamweaver of Nightmares gives you a better chance of having a good dream. Fleetfoot, Iron Arm, Fasting, Nightmares, Intensity. Yeah. So we put this down here with all this stuff. And we go ahead and drop in here. Take the Brew of Sleeping. Actually, I want to come up here. Go ahead and put that in there. So we have one of the condensed spheres. Let's just go ahead and do this, and we should have a good dream. And it's a nightmare. All right. Well. I don't know where we set up base. I think it's over here. And I could kill the nightmare. That would give us something. Is it worth it? Not really. But why did we get a nightmare? I need to look into that. But I'm going to probably do that off camera. And get the brews that we need. And work towards getting poltergeist and all that kind of fun stuff. So this guy is about halfway dead. I kind of want to kill him, because I think that would be good. Let's just swim for it. He's slow. He's going to sit there, and then he'll teleport over in a moment, probably. Yeah, there he goes. Teleported over here. Oh, and he replenishes his health. Dang it. Oh well. Let's go over here and see what we can find. If I have any supplies or anything. Should be teleporting soon. Yep, there he goes. Where is he going to teleport? Okay. So yeah, this is not the most ideal thing, especially since it's a nightmare. I really need to recall how to make sure you get a good dream. There's a couple ways to kind of, not guarantee it, but come close. And that's Disturbed Cotton, I forgot. Do we have a base? I think we have a base, and I think it's over this way. No. Where did I put my base? Oh my gosh. Do people stop? Let's see. If there is a base. Here's a watery area. I feel like this general area would be where I'd set up. Just because the number of trees the saplings. But I'm not... Ooh, there's light over there. Maybe... Nope, that's a beehive. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out, like... Okay, that is that. So, this area is where I started, right? Yeah, there's a lava pool. There's a lava pool that I think was... I don't know. Oh well, let's go back. And kind of the idea is that I'm gonna call the episode here. I'm going to work on trying to get the stuff to summon banshees, and I need to figure out how to summon poltergeists. And see if there is a trick to it. We have plenty of, well, a lot of things, and the idea that we just kind of need to work on finishing up things and getting closer to, well, currently death. Is what we're working towards. So that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!